So what's up? So yeah, I'm going to demonstrate the last straw today because I haven't demonstrated it yet, and the last time I tried to demonstrate it, it was an epic fail, but it wasn't the last straw's fault, it was my fault. And I take full responsibility about that. So anyways, oh look, check out my new shirt. What do you think of that? Rhodes Beer Removal Service. My last name's Rhodes, by the way. So yeah, that's what that's. Just in case you didn't make the connection. But anyhow, let's go ahead and demonstrate the last straw. What I did is I went and I chilled some, I sanitized some beer bottles, cleaned and sanitized them, and I sanitized some foil, and I put the foil on top of the bottles, and I put them in the fridge for a little while, and that chilled the bottles down. Because you want to do this with cold bottles, you don't want to do this with warm bottles at all. Because naturally, when beer hits a warm surface, the CO2 just wants to escape out of the bottle and out of the beer. So you end up with a foamy mess. So I'm going to go get the bottles, and then we are going to use this bad boy. I'm going to show you how to properly use it. Now, one thing you don't want to do, just to give you a heads up here, is you don't want to bleed the gas out of your keg. You don't want to do that. You're going to create a foamy mess when you try to use this gun. When you bleed the gas out, you take the pressure off of the liquid inside, and then the beer just wants to foam because there's no pressure in there anymore. And let's see if I can show you. I'm not going to be able to show you, I don't think. My serving pressure on this is sitting at 10 psi. And basically, I don't know if you remember my Y splitter. If you look at my Y splitter video, I put a dedicated gas line in so I can just connect it to the gun, to the gas line on the gun, because we can use the gas to purge the oxygen out of the bottle when we fill. But yeah, I got my liquid line going, and I've got a pint glass because we're gonna get the beer flowing into a pint glass first. So pour yourself a cold one to get it going, and then we will fill the bottles. So I'm gonna put you on a tripod, and I'm gonna go get the bottles, and then we will get to beer bottle filling. Alright guys, so what we want to do first is I've gone and I've sanitized this whole thing, and you can also keep a spray bottle sanitizer with you, and you can kind of just give it a spray down if you're not sure it's sanitized well. This is iota 4, been using iota 4 forever. Right? So now what we want to do is we want to get the beer line cold, so we're going to go ahead and get the beer flowing. You can see it's real foamy because that beer line was warm. We're just going to do a little bit here. That should be good enough. So now I'm going to take off my first foiled topped bottle. We're going to put it down in here, and I'm going to purge it. See if I can get this in here right. I'm purging the bottle for like 3 seconds, and then we're going to fill. The bottle's cold, and I've got it on a plate, and you'll see it's foamy here, but you want to let this fill up. Just let the it's going to get a little out, just let it purge out some. Alright, and you're going to pull this out and fill it some more. Right now, it's usually only on the first bottle it does that, but you see I got decent, and while it's foaming up, put your cap on immediately. It's called capping the foam. Keeps the oxygen from getting in there. So now we're going to go to the next bottle, and we're going to fill it up. Purge it first, then fill it. And then we're going to fill. You can see this one's not as foamy as the other one was. It's only the first bottle usually that it does that, but you see we're going to let it go all the way up. And we're going to let the foam come over a little bit. You really don't lose that much beer when you do this. So we're going to pop it off. Ta-da! I'm going to put a sanitized cap on this one. Move it out of the way and just set it back here. Take our last bottle. This actually works a lot better than my Ghetto Fabulous bleeding rig I had before. So yeah, I'm going to fill it up. People are like, why do you want to bottle? If you got a keg, why are you bottling? And the answer to that is, hello, sometimes you take your beer with you and you want to take a 6-pack or so of your brews to share with your friends or ship some beers. But yeah. Ta-da! Works like a champ, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and cap these. So, cap number 1. That's 1 beer. Just gonna set it over here. But if you look at this plate, I really didn't lose much beer. It was all that foam. So, let me get this cap on there right. I'm gonna cap this last one. But let's get a different one. I always have spare caps in case you drop one or damage one. So there you go. And that's only, you lose a little beer, but you don't lose that much. Not compared to the bleeding the bottle method I used to use. I mean, you look, it's a real shallow plate. And that's all I lost. A couple of ounces. So, I take back what I said about the last straw before. It works great. You just gotta know what you're doing with it. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this glass some more and have me a beer. So yeah. If you're on the fence about getting one, apparently it works better than the Blickman beer gun from what I hear from people. It's nice because you can hold it down, straight down into the bottle and fill without having to hold it at an angle like a gun, you know, so yeah. That's that Belgian wheat beer that I brewed. Let's pop you off the tripod. But yeah, so I hope that was a good demonstration of the gun for you if you're on the fence about it. And I know I kind of left it hanging out there for a little while without coming back to it, but I hope this helps clear things up and you get a beer while you're filling your bottles, huh? Good stuff, man. It's hot today too. It's hot. But look at that. Let's see if we can focus in a little here and zoom out some. So yeah, you can see, fill the bottle right up to where you would want it. Yep, works great. And you don't waste, like I said, to use it properly, you must chill your bottles. Chill your bottles in the fridge, sanitize some foil, put the foil over the top of the bottle so nothing gets in it in the fridge, any kind of wild bacteria or anything. Let them chill for a couple hours. Hook your beer gun up in the meantime, sanitize all the tubing and all, and then get going with it. So I hope this was informative. Cheers, and have a great rest of the weekend, guys. Peace.